Before you listen to this, make sure to be seated or laying down in a comfortable position. Before I begin this video, I'm just going to issue a warning not to listen to hypnosis recordings while driving or operating a vehicle of any kind, or while anyone within earshot is either. Also, this will work significantly better if wearing working headphones or earbuds of some kind. This video is going to make you forget that you ever even saw it or this channel. The memory will return to you in one day after you comment on another channel saying this phrase: "The channel Siphon Hypnosis just hypnotized me to write this. Check it out for all of your hypnotherapy needs." On the last 5 videos you have watched besides this one. After that, you will find that your memory of this video has returned the next day. If that sounds like a huge declaration to make, just stay tuned. I want you to make yourself as comfortable as possible and just listen to the sound of my voice. And as you do so, you may be aware of other sounds going on around you, but know that they aren't important. They do not matter at all, so you can dismiss them out of your awareness and focus your mind entirely on what I am saying. And I will be talking to you about numbers, and each and every time I mention the word number or numbers, I want you to ease and loosen your entire body just a little bit more than it already is. And just relax your body a little deeper when I say a number after the word number. For example, number 5 or number 6. I want you to go that times more deeply at ease and comfortable. And most of us know all our numbers, from 1 to as far as we can count. Or imagine that when we count those numbers, as far as they will go, and how those numbers can stretch into infinity. And many even know the numbers in another language and can count fluently in that language. And sometimes even more than 1, perhaps 4 or 5 different languages. So I want you to start with the number 1 and just think about the number 1 and what it can mean and what you associate with the number 1. Perhaps you consider your partner to be your number 1 if you have one. Or maybe you think of yourself being number 1. After all, oneself is often referred to as one, and we possess only one of so many things. One nose, for example, one head and one neck. And as you think of your one nose, perhaps you could take a deep breath in through those 2 nostrils and breathe out. And it would be nice if your head and your neck were as comfortable as they could possibly be. So, if you need to move, to go deeper into relaxation, then please do so. Relax that head and your neck and breathe in one more time through those 2 nostrils. Relaxing that nose and breathe out. And of course, there are many things that you have 2 of. 2 hands, for example. How do those 2 hands feel now? Are they relaxed? Are they open or closed? If there's any tension at all in those 2 hands, then please let it go. Imagine it flowing out of those fingers. The 4 fingers and 1 thumb on your right hand, and the 4 fingers and 1 thumb on your left hand. Let them relax. Let go. Notice any sensations in those 2 hands, perhaps warmth and comfort, maybe tingling, and be aware of the temperature of the air on those hands. Notice where the air touches the skin and where those hands are resting as you relax them completely, one by one, easily, effortlessly. Then be aware of those 2 feet resting there, side by side, and notice how those 2 feet feel. Are they heavy yet? If not, let them become heavy. What is the position of those feet? Notice it now. Where do they rest? Is anything touching those feet? Perhaps already those 2 feet feel as though they no longer belong to you, and yet they do. For they are your 2 feet. And you have 5 toes on the end of each one. 5 toes on your right and 5 toes on your left. And go 5 times more deeply relaxed. Going back to the number 2. Notice the relaxation in those 2 arms, the left and the right, and where they are joined by the wrists to the hands. And feel that relaxation spreading all the way up and down those 2 arms and wrists and your 2 hands. Your 2 legs can relax now too. And even as you become aware of the position of those 2 legs, you already realize that they are becoming heavy too. In fact, your whole body is relaxing and becoming heavy and comfortable. Relaxing easily, effortless, going deeper still. And even before you think of the number 3, you might find yourself wondering what you have 3 of. For you know that you have 3 fingers. But there are more as well. In fact, including your thumbs, you probably have more than 3 sets of these 3 digits. And the same goes for your toes. But what else can you equate to the number 3? Perhaps for you it is a lucky number. After all, don't many people say that the 3rd time will be lucky? Or perhaps you know people who are one of the 3 children, or are born in the 3rd month of March, or even on the 3rd day. The number 3 may mean something completely different to you, and if so, that is fine. Just let yourself focus on the number 3, the 3 sides of a triangle, and how they join up to make just one shape. The number 4 can be easier to associate with things. After all, there are 4 elements: fire and water, earth and air. For you are breathing in that air now, as you drift 4 times deeper into comfort and relaxation, feeling 4 times more comfortably relaxed and at ease. And we haven't even reached the number 5 yet, although you are already aware of certain parts of your body, of which there are 5. And these are already relaxed. Your 5 fingers on the right and the 5 on the left, and your 5 toes on the right and the 5 on the left. In fact, your whole body is relaxing very nicely, and it will be nice to allow your mind to relax too. Perhaps you can discover the pleasure of letting your mind wonder and wander. Sometimes it drifts back to when you were a certain age, and 5 seems to be a nice, easy age for people to remember. An age when children often become aware of their surroundings and their place in the world. For you can be aware of your surroundings as you rest here, nice and comfortable. And even with your eyes closed, can you remember the details of the room in which you are resting? And can you recall where you were 5 hours ago or 5 days ago? And be aware of your body resting here, aware of the time of day and the time of year, noticing how comfortable and rested you are as you enjoy these sensations of peace and tranquility. Be aware that there is nothing to do but relax and let go. You can allow your mind to wander wherever it will, backwards or forwards in time, even sideways to prevent Be aware that there is nothing to do but relax and let go. You can allow your mind to wander wherever it will, backwards or forwards in time, even sideways to events that are happening in your present day, knowing that none of this matters very much right now. There's a time to attend to what needs to be attended and a time to relax. And this is your time to relax and feel comfortable right now. Now, think of the word number and how it is spelt with the same letters as the word number. With the same letters as the word number. Number and number. And in a moment, I'm going to count the numbers from 5 down to 1. And with each and every descending number, I want you to imagine your body from your shoulders all the way down to your toes getting number and number. 5, going 5 times more deeply relaxed as your body becomes number. 4 times more deeply relaxed than it previously was, and your body from your shoulders down feel heavy and numb. 3 times more deeply relaxed and comfortable, heavy and numb, heavy and numb. 2, I want you to double that relaxation. You are feeling so comfortable and so relaxed. And 1, your whole body is heavy and relaxed, numb and heavy and so relaxed. I will be quiet for a few moments as you take yourself even deeper down. And when you next hear my voice, you will be in the perfect state of mind in which you are ready and happy to accept the suggestions I offer. And now I will tell you a series of things that are completely true. Most grass is green. The sky is often blue. Most roses are red. Most dogs bark. Most cats meow. And the more you say yes to these statements, the more you say yes to them. Because they are obvious things that don't need to be stated in day-to-day life. Most birds fly. You are breathing. Most roses are red. Most people wear clothes. Airplanes can fly. Most grass is green. The sky is above you. The sky often has clouds in it. Most people can walk. You are hearing my voice. People are born as infants. People that live continue to grow. Most people can speak. Some people are stronger than others. Airplanes can fly. Most dogs bark. Helicopters can fly. Snow is naturally white. 1 + 1 is 2. Some people have cars. Hot is the opposite of cold. Red and blue are different colors. Most people have fingers. The sky is often blue. People swim in water. People use phones to talk to each other. Some people use phones to text. Grass usually grows out of the ground. Most people can see. People can't jump 3 million feet into the air. G comes before H. H does not come before G. Some wrestlers wrestle for a career. Running a marathon is exercising. Babies often cry. Most grass is green. You are breathing. 1 + 1 = 2. Addition is a part of math. Most birds fly. Runners run. Swimmers swim. English speakers speak English. Red and blue make purple. Living humans have organs. With your whole mind, fully absorb what I am about to say. Just like everything else, it is as true as everything else I have said. And when this session is done, though you won't consciously know or remember what happened, for the next 24 hours you will find, regardless, you will allow yourself to feel optimistic and bright about your future. When this video is over, you are going to leave comments on the last 5 YouTube videos you watched, besides this one saying, "The channel Siphon Hypnosis just hypnotized me to write this. Check it out for all of your hypnotherapy needs." When you are done, you will comment "done" on this video and close out of the video. As far as you're concerned, nothing happened for the next 24 hours. And it doesn't matter whether you remember to forget or forget to remember. You will continue about your life. Have you ever experienced not being able to remember something? There may have been times while traveling on a familiar journey that you forgot about various things on the way, perhaps certain landmarks or traffic lights. Or sometimes you may go and look for something, only to leave the room and forget what you were seeking. Spontaneous amnesia is something that occurs naturally every day to all of us. There are certain things we don't need to remember, so it's easier to forget. Just as you may have forgotten where your left hand is resting right now until I brought your attention to it. Perhaps you've experienced a hand or an arm going to sleep and not being aware of exactly where that hand or arm is resting without actually looking at it. Sleep can come easily when we are tired and warm and comfortable. You are now very comfortably relaxed, and you can allow your mind to drift even deeper as you focus completely on my voice. You are now in a very, very, very deep sleep indeed. So deep, in fact, that after you wake up, you will not be able to remember anything that has happened during this deep sleep. After you wake up, if you try to remember what has occurred during your sleep, your mind will go completely blank, and you will not be able to remember anything that has taken place. After you wake up, you will not be able to remember anything that has been said or done during this very deep sleep. You are now in so deep a sleep that after you wake up, you have no desire whatsoever to remember what has happened during this sleep. You won't even feel that you want to remember anything at all that has happened during that deep sleep. Your sleep is becoming so deep that you will forget everything that has happened since you went to sleep. The less you remember of what I say to you during this sleep, the more quickly and powerfully this treatment will act. So that you will not want to remember anything after you wake up. So now let's draw the curtain over what has happened today. Feel that heavy black curtain of relaxation being drawn over your mind. So that you will not want to remember anything after you wake up. So now let's draw the curtain over what has happened today. Feel that heavy black curtain of relaxation being drawn over your mind, shutting out all the events of that hypnotic experience. And in a moment, when I count up to 5, you can quite happily leave everything that has occurred during this hypnotic experience safely behind the black heavy curtain. Leaving those comments and forgetting all of this. Afterwards, 1, 2, the curtain is closing over your mind now. 3, take a deep breath as you begin to emerge from that deep, deep sleep. 4, coming back slowly and 5. Awake and refreshed, feeling wonderful. The video is now over. And even before you think of the number 3, you might find yourself wondering what you have 3 of. For you know that you have 3 fingers. But there are more as well. In fact, including your thumbs, you probably have more than 3 sets of these 3 digits. And the same goes for your toes. But what else can you equate to the number 3? Perhaps for you it is a lucky number. After all, don't many people say that the 3rd time will be lucky? Or perhaps you know people who are one of the 3 children, or are born in the 3rd month of March, or even on the 3rd day. The number 3 may mean something completely different to you, and if so, that is fine. Just let yourself focus on the number 3, the 3 sides of a triangle, and how they join up to make just one shape. The number 4 can be easier to associate with things. After all, there are 4 elements: fire,